Lake Mead. You're gonna like this one and you might not like this one, okay? This one's gonna be really interesting. I'll get started. If you don't have coffee, pause it, get a cup of coffee, okay? All right, check it out. Lake Mead. All right. I was in Las Vegas in the early 2000s and even in 99, and I saw Lake Mead in 1999 when it was almost full. I had a construction career in Las Vegas, and so I lived there, and honestly, there was a giant boom, okay? Now, anybody remembers the boom that went all the way up to 2008? That's the one I'm referring to. So, I wrote down some notes so that I wouldn't forget when I'm making this video. And I wanted to make this video honestly because I just got done watching the What Now Lake Mead video from Adrian with Sin City Outdoors. He's got a dope channel. I've been watching a lot of his stuff, especially when he jumped on the Lake Mead topic because I used to live out there. So I'm going to tell you a lot of interesting things, not fact checked, but interesting things that I noticed that possibly led to why we're where we're at now. Okay? So, the what now thing. Well, back in, 99 when I was there, it was almost full. But there was a campaign a long time before that, I think. And honestly, it was from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it was Come to California was the campaign back when he was like governor or something like that. It was a Come to California campaign, and it flooded California with people from all over the place, okay? And now, the thing that did was it cluttered the infrastructure that was already in place and put more stress on Lake Mead because, as you all know, it's the reservoir for the whole area, including a large portion of California. So that was step one, okay? Step two was the massive boom that the Las Vegas Valley had experienced, where they had exploded and grown throughout the entire valley. There was the Sequoia housing development. I remember working in that one down off of what it was, Blue Diamond, I believe it was. Um, so there was a lot of interesting things about uh, how this possibly could have developed. But I believe there was a link, and starting from the influx of people into the state of California and then an influx of people into the state of Nevada, specifically into Las Vegas and other surrounding areas. So that's probably one of the reasons why it actually started drying up, or not so much drying up, but draining as fast as it is, because you have natural river flow demand plus population demand, and if your population triples or quadruples or even more, then you start really needing a lot of water. Plus, you have lawns that need irrigated and stuff like that. I remember in Las Vegas way back, they were going away from irrigating and stuff like that. They started going out to rocks and everything, increased the temperatures of the valley. Which brings me to another point: inductance. Okay, it's in electrical. All right, it's when you have an inductance factor, and it's referred to in conduit when you're running wires, and it's a wire capacity per conduit due to an inductance rating, and that's creating heat. Inductance. Induction stoves. Well, inductance is heat inside pipes. If you crowd a geological area too much, in my mind, this is what I think, okay, because I kind of watch it happen as areas develop. If you crowd a geological area that's recessed within mountains, it develops an inductance heat barrier over it so that when you have anything that goes over it, there's a thermal radiant over the valley floor that prohibits your normal weather patterns. Now, is this science? Is this proven? I don't know, okay? This is what I've been thinking about in my head for a very long time, all right? So I'm going to leave that point right there and let you think about that one, scratch your head as long as you want. And if you have to pause it, go ahead and pause it. I'm moving on. So I was there about 9 years, and I noticed in Vegas after 9 years, the lake really significantly started to drop a lot, okay? Now, for the whole film closure thing, I can totally understand why they did that because, like I said, when I was out there on a boat, and the towers that had the pipes that came down that overhang over by the dam, you weren't able to run a boat underneath that because you would hit it. And I mean, you'd hit the boardwalk of it and you'd crash your boat. So you had to go around it, and it was actually buoyed off at the time, so you couldn't go anywhere near it. And so because of them having to remove the pipes and all the rest of the stuff and all the high activity of filming, plus the fact that the water levels are going down and exposing a lot of bodies, okay? Plus you're having marina closures, they're having ramp issues, extensions, whole 9 yards. You put all that stuff together with how many people on YouTube are making videos and all the rest of the stuff, and you're looking at a severe safety concern, okay? And they don't want those issues, okay? This lake is getting really, really hard to patrol because most of the fast access points are not really fast access points anymore, all right? So that's probably one of the major reasons. On top of that, there's a lot of stuff popping up, man. I mean, I think they're kind of like, all right, I think we need to shut this down, dude. I mean, how many bodies are we at? We're at so many different boats. We've got people coming from all over. All they want to do is film. Eeh, this is getting dangerous for the public, stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why I think they probably shut it down. And then I do have some recommendations because I think about stuff like this. So this is directed specifically at Adrian. I know everybody that watches this is gonna see this information, but I am gonna try and tag him in this video or link him to it or anything I possibly can. Send him a message, whatever, so that he could see it first. But the recommendations are Lake Mojave, okay? You've got the Willow Beach area, you have the Nelson area, and you have the Searchlight area. The recommendations are see what your water levels are there, see what your ecosystem and how what it's do how it's doing, how it's been affected, your river flow levels, stuff like that. Start looking at your watermarks, start seeing how significantly they're dropping, and then also same thing on the upper Colorado where you're not in the federal area, and see also what's coming out of Powell and see what your water tables are doing in the river. Go camping up there on the river, go fish the river, find out what your flows are doing overnight versus the midday, stuff like that. And, those are some really good things that I honestly would do if I was in the area covering the Lake Mead topic. So I hope that helps you out, man. And you guys take care. If you liked the video, if you found it informative, leave a like on it, share it with a friend. I'd really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button so that you're notified every time I do drop a video, because like I said, I got a lot of information, and just because I don't have the statistical charts doesn't mean that I don't have it up here, all right? And then kick that bell out of the window, all right? So that way you don't have to worry about nothing. You guys take care.